ascension in the Mountain West Conference. And Steve Fisher, the Dean of Coaches, with a piece, at least, of the last 3 Mountain West Conference regular season titles.
Yeah, trying to do it. No one's ever won it 4 straight times, the regular season title. They got some work to do, though. They've already got 5 losses. Hemsley running the point. Trey Kell will handle the ball a lot. Shrigley in the starting lineup for just the 2nd time as he feeds the post. And Malik Pope going to work. He can get his shot off whenever he wants with that length, and makes it look easy.
So the double team of Pope in the post, but he still has the ability to finish long, wiry, improving strength. Malik Pope for 2. Both teams have man-to-man to start. Ari, no surprise there.
Deshaun Taylor with the basketball. As Bill talked about his scoring up over the last 5 games since he's been inserted into the starting lineup. It's now 6 straight starts. Shot clock winding down. Somebody's got to get a shot off here. They get it off in time. That's going to be a shot clock violation. It did not hit the rim. Now, both these programs pride themselves on defense. Defense comes first. But both these teams at times have struggled to score the basketball. It's going to be interesting to see which team's defense can really dictate the style of play.
Yeah, absolutely. And hoping that the defense will turn the opponent over and generate that offense, because it will breed confidence and easy baskets in transition. Both teams do want to play up tempo.
Now looking for Pope. By Pope to Allen. Soft touch off the glass. Dakari Allen, who's been playing well of late over his last 7 games, more than 10.5 points, close to 4 rebounds per game, and shooting 66% from the field.
Yeah, he's been terrific. A little bit of slow rotation there by Fresno State. Pope a good vision. They take advantage.
And good defense there as they got a piece of it. Bittner able to save it. Shot clock did not reset. And it's Taylor, and Allen's going to get called for the foul. It's Deshaun Taylor from Riverside, California. It's a transfer from Missouri, Kansas City.
One of the best nicknames in the country, the Kangaroos, if I'm not mistaken. And we see here, Ari, the San Diego State defense, which has been top 5 in so many categories for the last couple of seasons, with the departure of Skylar Spencer, Winston Shepard last year, J.J. O'Brien 2 years ago. It's been a bit inconsistent, but we see them forcing Fresno State to tough shots late in the shot clock early.
But it's also, Bill, the standard, because we're saying, yeah, it's not what it was, but they're still in Mountain West Conference games only, allowing the fewest points in conference.
It's kind of like, you know, your wife's lasagna. Some nights it's outstanding. It's always terrific. So a salient point by Ari Wolf early at the Save Mart Center. How tough has the Bulldogs been here? They're going to their 14th win in conference consecutively on this home floor.
Yeah, their only home loss here was actually the night that they celebrated their Mountain West title at the beginning of the year. I think they forgot to show up and play. They lose to Prairie View A&M, and since then they haven't lost at home. They're 10-1 at home. But it is funny, the night you celebrate and you put the banner up, they forgot to play that.
Yeah, that's a difficult scenario. For sure. At the line, shooting 2. So Hemsley getting to the free throw line.
Pretty good free throw shooter. I'm sure he expects to improve in that area. 66% on the season. Good score, a little under 15 points per game.
For that career high 30 against Nevada.
2 for 2.
Now we see full court pressure here by the Aztecs.
Mel Taylor will bring it up. It's hard. Not that many easy looks to come by for the Bulldogs. Trey Kell gets a hand on it. Deflects it. Still 10 on the shot clock.
We're seeing excellent ball pressure by San Diego. It's doing a great job under Steve Fisher's tutelage of keeping the Bulldogs out of the painted area. That's where the defense begins, the head of the snake, the ball pressure.
They pick up the dribble with under 5 on the clock. Someone's got to fire this up. Bryson Williams, the freshman from here in Fresno, gets the right-handed hook shot to go.
So good after over his last 5 games, averaging 11.5. Put up 53 in high school here.
Malik Hope, the drive, too strong, tip no good, and I believe Dakari Allen was undercut. And the foul is going to go against Fresno State. And Coach Terry not at all pleased with the call.
Hope putting it to the deck.
It looked like there just Watson kind of got underneath.
It certainly looked like a play on.
5-second violation.
One of the things Rodney Terry focused on at shoot-around along with his staff was how good San Diego State is in out-of-bounds scenarios. So that's got to be very gratifying that they inculcated the message there, incorporated it into the floor, forcing the 5-second violation.
A ton of respect between these two programs. The results would tell you enough that there's respect. But since Rodney Terry got to Fresno State, when you listen to Steve Fisher talk about what Coach Terry do, you can tell he really likes Coach, not only in the way he carries himself and the kind of student athletes, but the brand of basketball and toughness. It's right up the same alley as San Diego State.
Yeah, definitely have that common thread. Ari, excellent point. Mutual admiration society.
Good double there, forces Kell to pick up the dribble. Hemsley going to step back, shoot the jumper short. Look at Watson above the rim for the rebound. Watson now a senior. Remember when he was just a freshman. So much talent, so much length.
And he's seen the good work pay off with that NCAA tournament bid last season.
Oh, nice spin move. Oh, and the alley-oop doesn't want a chance here for the Bulldogs. Come the other way.
Of course, San Diego State, one of the things they pay attention to is trying to commit 10 or less turnovers per night.
Big fella goes strong, can't finish. Pope wants the ball, and Hemsley doesn't get it to him. Shrigley's open, that's what he does. Fires three, can't connect. Bittner the rebound. Both teams struggling to score here in the early going. Fresno State can claim something nobody else can in the Mountain West. They have 2 wins over the Nevada Wolfpack. They sweep that season series, and that could be a factor for seedings for the Mountain West tournament. Get deeper and deeper into the season. And Williams off the dribble.
Just a terrific take with poise late in the shot clock. The freshman with the extension and the finish.
Trey Kell gets by the defender. It's going to be San Diego State ball when we come back. A little more than 5 minutes gone by in the opening half. Las Vegas again. These were the top 2 seeds in the Mountain West tournament a year ago, and in the championship game, Bulldogs upset the Aztecs and punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Ryland Cheatham is deflected. Max Holtzel is also on the floor now for Steve Fisher's Aztecs. Holtzel can really shoot it. Transfer from Indiana. And there he is guarding out top. Holtzel wears number 10 in black. Paul Watson misses the dunk.
Now, Fresno State 4 consecutive stops, a turkey +1. Place would have lost the roof if Watson had finished that, but you got to be feeling better about the momentum here early if you're a Bulldog supporter.
Spin move and a one. Jerron Hopkins, redshirt junior from Mesa, Arizona, transfer from Colorado. Leaves the Buffaloes for the Bulldogs.
He's been terrific off the bench. Ari's averaging 15 over his last 5 when Rodney Terry made the adjustment to the starting lineup.
Dakari Allen, soft touch, yes.
Of course, Allen known as one of the best defenders in the country, first in the nation last year in points per possession, allowed .591. Demonstrating a little offense, a little dexterity to his game.
I think he's been pigeonholed too much as a defensive guy because he can score the basketball.
Sometimes it's like your looks overshadow your work. They say the guy's so good looking, they forget what a great play-by-play guy is.
Wow. Thank goodness for the made three so we can put that to rest. I do appreciate that. Thank you. It's ridiculous, but thank you.
I just have a talent for stating the obvious.
Yeah. You're a real journalist. Trey Kell loses the handle. Then he gets it right back. Looking for a shooter. It's Allen. Count it. Dakari Allen.
2 straight games with 10+, and now Allen percolating early with 5 for San Diego State on the road.
Adu, yes. Karachi Adu. Adu has been so fun to watch. He had to miss 11 games at the start of the season. First game December 20th. But he is fun, the senior from Dallas, Texas. He can get up quickly.
It's the countenance like Amari Stoudemire. Great energy, has handled the adjustment coming off the bench. First-rate fashion. And, of course, a major piece, Ari, Cullen Russo out now, indefinitely suspended for violating team rules. Coach's decision. Had an academic issue that he did work through, but a big loss for Fresno State.
Significant. Almost 10 points per game. Almost 6 rebounds. Holtzel. He's 0 for 2. Cheatham goes and gets it. He loses it on the way up. Hopkins sets up the shooter. The stroke, no. Darrell Williams. That's going to be a charge. He just didn't know what he wanted to do there, Bill. A little indecisive. Step away. A little less than 12 minutes to go till halftime.
Gets into it, an excellent environment. He's only 5 shy of tying Jerry Tarkanian. Boyd Grant, of course, at the top. The Heat at 194 and 74. Rodney Terry at 99 and 92, 104 and 79 for the talk.
Hey, keep in mind, he's got the deal now, Coach Terry, through 2021. Still, win 25 games a year. 5 years, he'll have the most wins all time.
Absolutely. A well-deserved extension, just as you see the improvement in the Mountain West Conference culminating with that NCAA appearance. Losing to Utah in the NCAA's last season. Mountain West Conference wide open, Ari, too, as well.
It's wide open, and right now this game's wide open because neither team is cherishing the basketball. They each have 5 turnovers, and you talked about San Diego State wanting 10 or less for the whole game.
And that was a key for both teams, Ari. You're absolutely right, both coaching staffs.
Jumper is good, and it's a 3. Ado.
Well
defended. He can do it all.
Well defended by Pope, too. He's a long, wiry 6'10". That's a tough shot. We see that so often. Devin Booker last night with the Suns beating the Kings. It's a league of makes and misses. And we see that here early.
Bulldogs started out real cold. Nice look there for Pope, and Allen can't deliver, and kind of gotten away over the back. Little out of control, ends up with the right hand. The finger roll. Ado, how about him? He comes into the game, you get 7 quick points.
He has been terrific, supplying energy. And for San Diego State, that's way too easy in a half-court scenario for Ito to just go in leisurely and lay it in. Too easy.
And I actually stand corrected because Ado actually has 8 points. 2 of his made shots were threes as Malik Pope gets the short baseline jumper.
Pope was just 5 or 6 versus Wyoming. So if you're San Diego State, you expect, and they want to emphasize more touches for him early, which they are doing.
Hopkins, that's an air ball. And launch a deep 3, and that's off, but right place at the right time with Hopkins. Well, they got 3 cracks on it that time. Hemsley off to the races. Gets the 2 off the glass.
Great acceleration in the open floor by Hemsley, taking advantage, getting to the basket and finishing.
sharing the basketball. Someone's got to get a little offensive-minded here. Stop and pop from the free throw line. No, great box out. Izindo, he didn't even jump there, Bill, but he set it up for Pope to go get the rebound.
Great defensive possession for San Diego State. The ball in multiple quadrants. And again, a defensive possession doesn't end until the defensive rebound is secured. Well done.
Pope from 17. No, got bumped. And Dakari Allen, right place at the right time. Allen gets another field goal.
Good effort on the offensive glass by San Diego State to capitalize. Carter is an imposing figure in the front court for Fresno State. Great physicality.
I thought about physicality. Look at Carter going to work there. And how about Izindo got up high enough to get the block?
He is certainly long and athletic.
Travel on Malik Pope. Paul Watson's going to check back in for the Bulldogs. Trey Allen for the Aztecs.
Number 3, Trey Allen into the Aztec lineup. Replacing Guerrero Williams.
Get a good look at Malik Pope out of Sacramento. NBA scouts trailing him. Like the paparazzi. Long and athletic, improving his strength, increasing. He's battled a host of injuries.
And Pope, that's Izindo there, got a piece of it. That's 2 blocks. Izindo, Hemsley got caught up in the air, and now we got wide open here. And it's Carter, the throwdown. I was a little worried for the rim right there. Seeing a guy that size hang on the rim. They list him at 290. I'm going 300 plus. Alan Edwards up at Wyoming, his top 2 scorers come off the bench on a regular basis. It's not a one-time thing to kind of get the team jump-started. It's his philosophy.
Yeah, a lot about flow, chemistry, and of course, great coaches throughout the Mountain West. Alan Edwards, a new guy moving over 12 inches to the head coaching seat, serving under Larry Shyatt.
And boy, they changed their style of play. I mean, the contrast, unlike any I've seen in America. Offensive foul on Malik Pope. But you went from Larry Shyatt's team that beat you 52 to 48. And now Alan Edwards, they're trying to beat you 90 to 85. And here, Bittner sold it pretty well.
He did, no question about it. Could be a little histrionics classes in Bittner's curriculum. But to his credit, takes the
8 turnovers for the Aztecs.
So difficult, Michael Malone with the Nuggets will say it's so difficult to beat yourself and your opponent on the same night.
Carter had a pretty good look there, and then he tried to go and get it. You know, he's pretty athletic at his size. He's kind of danced around, tried to save the basketball. Already thrown down a dunk.
Absolutely, no question about it. Tremendous athlete. Love his spirit, too, and energy that he exudes on the floor. Crowd loves him here at the Save Mart Center.
Trey Kell can get going a little bit. He's been super quiet. Pope knows he's got Bittner on him. He can take him anytime he wants. Izindo, no. Izindo can't get the shot. Not much of an offensive threat. As the Bulldogs, a careless turnover. Paul Watson.
Sometimes that'll happen. San Diego State will speed you up. Watson frustrated at this juncture.
When does Steve Fisher say, hey, Trey Kell, start making something happen for yourself?
I think you're coaching, Ari, because he did.
Yeah. Like, Trey, you got to get involved offensively. Things happen because the defense has to come to you, and there it leads to a putback.
Preseason All-Mountain West guy. First points of the night for Kell.
Here comes Carter. He's feeling it.
He got in front of Izindo there, Ari, with the ability to receive. And typically, not so good things are going to happen if you're San Diego State if he receives that deep in the paint.
Trey Kell had it, lost it. Malik Pope, step back triple. Bittner picked up the dribble, finds Carter. Everything's going through Carter right now. Why not? He's gonna go to the free throw line.
Carter has definitely made an impact in this game. He's only been to the free throw line in conference play 6 times, 2 of 6, heading into this afternoon.
I was wondering how you were going to spin his free throw percentage. You going to try to find something positive there?
Absolutely.
Here it is. It all starts now. Yeah, 36% on the season.
Now the opportunity is always there, Ari, for the next one. You see DeAndre Jordan, the guys that have worked on their free throws and have made improvement. You saw Carter working pre-game, trying to get there, but it's been tough sledding, no question.
I mean, in case nobody else has ever told you this, when it comes to keeping it positive, Tony Robbins has got nothing on you. You're the Tony Robbins of basketball. You make everybody feel good.
And see that Carter delivers.
Yeah, he does.
See that positive reinforcement, and he makes the second free throw.
No need for a seminar. Don't spend all that money. Go to Tony Robbins. Just find out what game Bill's on. Tune in. You'll feel a little bit better.
We'll see if Fresno State or San Diego State will feel a little bit better here, Ari, as we approach the final media timeout.
I have no sense at this point which team is sort of getting the better of the other one. Holtz 3, no, he's 0 for 3 now, and that's going to be Bulldog basketball. Bulldogs have lead, but with San Diego State, it feels like they haven't gotten into any offensive rhythm at all. They're getting shots, but there's no rhythm to it. Yeah, exactly, Art. I think you're totally right. The steering wheel is up for grabs in this game without question. Been a tough rhythm and flow to it that has not been established. I completely agree with you. Here's Watson. Cheatham on Watson. Two super athletes on each other. Another turnover. I didn't see what was called on the baseline. It's going to be San Diego State basketball. And the turnovers continue to pile up. San Diego State with 8, now 7 for Fresno State.
Games like this, it's imperative to have that trust. Try to simplify things. Don't try to do too much. Make the simple play. I heard Rodney Terry talking about that during shoot-around. Make the simple play.
Well, there's the simple play. Kel Izundo, the dunk, and a chance for 3.
Yeah, just great recognition by Kel. And Izundo able to capitalize.
Izundo, graduate transfer from Washington State.
Just a defensive breakdown by Fresno State. They double the pick and roll, a little slow on the rotation. Izundo flushes it.
And Trey Kell's pass was in the perfect spot where the defender couldn't get to it, and his guy could then just turn for the rim.
Now, you almost think this is a misprint. Trey Kell, 1 turnover or less 50 times at San Diego State. That's incredible. And just as you said, Art, keep it simple, and you get good offensive execution. They will need more. Both teams, of course, need more.
San Diego State's done a very nice job on Deshaun Taylor. He's done virtually nothing in the half. Watson, really tough, no good. And the Aztecs with a little momentum right now. Get the ball in the hands of Trey Kell. Good ball movement. 3 no good. Hold it to go and get it. Can't do it. Here's Watson. Watson, 15, count it.
Maybe that'll get Watson to percolate a little bit. You made a great point, too, as far as Taylor being a top 10 three-point shooter in the country. He's been very quiet thus far.
You're going to have a block. That's now 5 team fouls on the Bulldogs. Aztecs have 4 team fouls, so no free throws just yet. And we will step away. Let's take another look at the pass. Izundo right there, and he goes up strong for the Aztec dunk.
Conversely, San Diego State, you made a great point, Ari. They were so tough. They had that streak of like 64 games. If they were leading with 5 minutes to go, they'd finish. so many of their losses now.
Yeah, but they've lost 6 games this year that have been decided by 6 points or less. They're 0-6 in close games, which is very uncharacteristic of a Steve Fisher coach team.
Yeah, 1, 2, 5, 6 in overtime and 11 in conference, just incredible. And again, I think that goes back to the continuity, the lack of practice time together.
Wow, that's a deep three. I think Shrigley got a piece. That thing was 4 feet shy of the rim.
Of course, Taylor, a top 10 3-point shooter in the country, leading the conference. Good KYP by Shrigley, another 3-point shooter.
Shrigley knocks on the triple. Real nice pass from Malik Pope. I'm starting to see why everybody loved Malik Pope, because when he catches it now, seems to have a better understanding of where everybody is on the floor.
Yeah,
he can get his own shot whenever he wants.
Yeah, the poise, the vision, I agree. It looks like the game is slowed down for Pope, which is always the key for players.
Watson Kell above the rim for the rebound. Here come the Aztecs, a chance to take the lead. The lob, and almost stolen away. As they do a good hustle to track it down. And they try to lob it in. There's going to be a foul. Team foul number 6, though, so no free throws. And here comes back Mr. Carter. Why not? Carter gave them a real spark off the bench. Malik Pope out top. That shot short, out of bounds. In Fresno State basketball. So I got a quick question for you. I realize there doesn't have to be uniformity with the shoes of a team, but if you look around at San Diego State, there is not 2 guys wearing the same kind of shoes out there. And these ones I don't understand at all, but I love Trey Kell, so he pulls it off. We've got all white. We've got whatever color Trey Kell is wearing. Malik Pope's got some kind of purplish orange thing going on. Steve Fisher said, hey, bring your own shoes down.
As a former player at UMass Lowell, I like that. It makes it easy to identify yours. You're not going to wear somebody else's. And it's all about the look. So you want to be styling, have a little bit of individuality.
Check those out. It's those Malik Pope shoes. They look great.
And
Trey Kell, I looked out here, I thought, hold on a second here. That one guy has the same pair of shoes on that another guy does.
And ironically now, Paul George has his own shoe.
Mr. Fresno State.
Shoe, yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure about Kawhi Leonard. And then also, we got Tyler Johnson doing such a great job with the Miami Heat.
Oh, look at this. Malik, watch out. He's got someone coming from behind. And see, he's called finger roll. And the Aztecs have stormed back to take a 1-point lead.
And you see Pope, this is the third. I mean, you just run out of superlatives describing Coach Fisher and all of the winning and the influence he's had on young men throughout his career. Extremely impressive on and off the floor.
Yeah, he embodies integrity both on and off the floor. Well, Malik Pope is really starting to turn things up. I really like the way he's playing with some fire today.
And the two-way effort, Ari, right? We're seeing deflection, steals, not just the offense and the vision and the distributing. It's a little bit of everything. Good balance to his game.
Trey Kell create the space. And Pope got hand on it. Bulldog basketball. About a little more than 3-second difference. Game clock to shot clock.
Rodney Terry able to dictate a play here, even though defense in front of the respective benches during the first 20 minutes. We'll see what they run.
Hopkins, and that's blocked. 4 seconds remain on the shot clock.
Good help and extension. Cheatham's foot looks fine on that play for sure.
And that does not hit the rim. Now, Steve Fisher's still got a timeout that he can't take to the second half. I would use it right here, and he does. Sorry, Bill, I tried to act like an analyst there for a quick second, but I was like, hey, you can't take that timeout with you. You got 3.4.
Absolutely, Ari, no question about it. And now you've got the ability to run a play here. Of course, you can't advance the ball a half court like you would in the NBA, but you go in here trailing by one if you don't steal and turn it over and take the lead.
Cheatham can fly. He's going to blow by everybody, but he doesn't get it all. He relied on that speed.
4.4 was both won by Fresno State.
It's not many times in the 8 seasons I've covered the Mountain West that you could say that any team had Steve Fisher's team's number. But Fresno State of late has given them some real problems. Watson the triple short. Sean Taylor didn't do much offensively in the first half, gets that offensive rebound. He's gonna launch that three. Both teams continue to struggle. As Undu is getting a lot of minutes because of the bigs, you know, a lot of its matchups. He didn't play at all against Air Force because their 5 is always hanging out at the 3-point line. As Undu having a much bigger impact in this game.
Yeah, he's done a really good job attacking the offensive and defensive glass. We see a little bit of extension here, man-to-man by Fresno State. Turnovers a key factor first half.
Too many of them. 8 for the Aztecs, 9 for the Bulldogs. Here's Malik Pope. Nice pass. Trey Kell, yes.
Now they go first possession, a little bit of a flex cut. Excellent recognition by Pope. Kell so strong in the paint, kind of Aaron Aflalo-like. Excellent physicality for a guard with a great finish.
So Pope's got 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Really covering the stat sheet well.
There it is. Deshaun Taylor. Got to be a relief. Gets the jumper to go. A couple of free throws before that. 4 points in the game.
They definitely could use some more offense generated by the backcourt.
Soft touch. Jeremy Hemsley, basket and the foul.
One of the things about San Diego State's guards is that they have great hesitation, and it becomes difficult to guard guys, even guys that have great speed and quickness. You kind of know what they're going to do, but survey, they cogitate, they ponder. They do a great job of reading the defense and finishing like that. Opportunity taken advantage of by Hemsley.
He now has 7 points in the game. Leading scorer for the Aztecs, and as Bill mentioned, capable of really lightening it up. 30 points against Nevada.
It's averaging 12 per night. Ari in conference, 14.5 overall at Rancho Cucamonga, Damien High School.
Wow, rejected. Here come the Aztecs. It's Trey Kell. Uses that size. And suddenly the Aztecs lead by half a dozen, 34-28. How about that rejection?
Big time. Great basket protection. Look at the recovery as well. Excellent elevation, like the Empire State Building elevator going up in a hurry. And then Kell capitalizing, finishing with great speed at the other end.
I love it when Trey Kell is offensive minded, because at his size, he can get his shot when he wants, and he's a threat from the outside and to drive the basketball.
Now we see the Aztecs doubling in the half-court scenario. Are trying to turn Fresno State over more.
Watson, that's well defended. Hurt deflected to Kari Allen. Aztecs got something going here right now. That ball deflected. Here come the Bulldogs. Everyone kept waiting for a whistle, and it never comes. The ball's out of bounds. It'll be Bulldogs basketball on the baseline.
Talked about that Aztec defense. First in the nation last year in field goal percentage defense, scoring defense. Still tops in the conference this year without Skylar Spencer and Winston Shepard.
Well, they're doing it defensively today. 6 blocks already, and there's the 3 from Deshaun Taylor. That was real quiet in the first half, heating up early part of the second half.
Yeah, desperately needed by Fresno State.
Drake Hill gets by everybody. Basket and the foul.
So it looks like Bittner here is.
Oh no, they go an offensive. Wow, an offensive foul, and Steve Fisher is as mad as I've ever seen.
One of the key questions is, was Bittner in the restricted area?
Hot.
Looked like Bittner had good position. The question is he in the restricted area?
No.
He's not. I think that's a good call.
This is going to be one of those times where you and Coach Fisher are going to have to disagree. He so rarely gets that upset before I saw it. I just assumed it must not have been a good call. But they'll bring Carter in against Izundo, and I like that move from Coach Terry because the body size, it makes it a little bit more difficult on Izundo to have that kind of mass to defend.
Yeah, exactly. See, Izundo leaves his feet, Ari. The great pump fake by Carter. So crafty in the paint. Just Izundo's second foul.
Free throw line, not a place that Mr. Carter has completely mastered at this point. 1 for 3, 36% on the season. But he has had a positive impact for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he was terrific off the bench, along with Ado. Plus 10 bench points first half for Fresno State.
Pope, I thought he was trying to look that up to a teammate. It sure didn't look like a shot.
Could have been a little indecision there.
Jumper too strong. Izundo, I tell you, he's having a great game. He is having a real impact on the glass.
Great activity.
5 rebounds already.
Yeah, great activity. Ari, you're right. Deflections, tap outs.
Blake Pope's like, I got a foot on this guy. Give me the ball in the post.
Exactly. Mouse in the house scenario now.
Trey Kell, I'm telling you, whenever he wants it, he can go and get it. And there's going to be a foul. And we'll sort things out when we come back. A lot of sense of urgency this opening segment of the second half. Both teams playing with good energy, knowing lots at stake. And the Aztecs, who led by a point at halftime, now lead by 3. And there you see the block. This is the 112th meeting for San Diego State. They have never played another school more often than they've played Fresno State.
Great history with both programs, of course. Talk about Kawhi Leonard and how terrific he has been with the San Antonio Spurs. Of course, and Paul George, conversely, out of Fresno State. Tyler Johnson with the Heat. So many players, too many to mention, playing internationally as well.
Well, the international component is so interesting because, you know, when we were younger, we got a foul away from basketball. When we were younger, you either made it to the NBA or you were just a hair away from being in the NBA, and there were a couple of places to play. Now, if you're a role player in college, you can find a place to go make a living playing basketball. It's amazing the international growth of the sport.
Yeah, and Cesar Guerrero has been around the Fresno State program recently in a volunteer capacity. He's played in Mexico. So you're absolutely right. A global game, we see that with, 25% of the NBA now being international players.
I tell you, that dream team, what it did for basketball around the world, as Malik Pope drained the 3. For that dream team, you got to give them a lot of credit. It has made basketball truly international.
Absolutely, no question about it. Pope now with the extension, Ari, 8-point lead by San Diego State. Largest lead of this afternoon.
And Pope's got 9 points. 3 is short, loose ball. Bulldogs have it. It's Hopkins, the floater, nicely done. Jerron Hopkins.
Second chance opportunity. Hopkins cashes in, averaging 15 over his last 5 games. Starting to percolate here when the Bulldogs need it.
Hopkins. And Hopkins all by himself. No help required.
Second chance opportunity, now points off turnovers generated by Hopkins. And right when that largest lead was 8, now it's down to 4. Fresno State answering.
Malik Pope wants the ball. Well, the finger roll can't finish, but Takari Allen can. With the left hand, good tip in from Takari Allen, and he continues a terrific game. He's in double figures. He's got 11 points on 5 of 7 shooting.
2 Sacramento products, Ari.
Steve Fisher has made a living recruiting Sacramento.
Goes back to Xavier Thames, of course, the Washington State transfer who had a cup of coffee with the Brooklyn Nets. Is currently yet another guy playing, I believe, in Macedonia. The Coach Fisher, of course, feeling good about his team, and you know, obviously there's a no excuse zone whatsoever for these injuries, but it's undeniable. Coates, Cheatham, Shrigley, Pope, Gil Caesar. Those are all injuries throughout the season.
And while he won't use it as an excuse, you can feel free to make excuses for him.
Well, I think it's just undeniable.
Yeah,
we talked a little bit about first, but it's not just the 20 player games missed. It's also the practice, the continuity, the consistency.
Look at T. Carter. Knocks down back-to-back free throws and then gets a round of applause to go to the bench. He's given them really nice minutes off the bench.
He has great mental focus. Not easy to do that, Ari, when you've been struggling from the free throw line, as Carter has.
Darrell Williams now will run the point. Hemsley getting a breather. Trey Kell. Williams doesn't want the 3. See if Kell has to create here. Deep triple. That's considered a jump ball, and it'll be possession San Diego State.
Little schoolyard action here as Kell releases from downtown. It happens.
Oh, yeah. Good for at least a couple of those this season.
And again, in shoot-around, Fresno State very concerned about San Diego State's ability. Out-of-bounds plays, very effective.
Nice pass, and that shot blocked. But Trey Kell stays with it, basket and the foul.
Now notice they double team on the inbound pass. They're just a step slow on the rotation. And Kell with the second chance opportunity. Now Fresno State a little upset perhaps. Didn't look like much contact on the second scoring opportunity, but it goes as a foul.
Trey Kell showing off all that work in the weight room. He's definitely gotten stronger. Trey Kell now a junior. Preseason first team all Mountain West.
Kind of that quintessential Mountain West guard physique, Ari, that he's worked on, as you alluded to, San Diego product.
The lead is 7. The drive, tough shot, wild shot, and Cheatham up high for the rebound. There'll be a foul on the Bulldogs. Aztecs have only committed 3 team fouls. The Bulldogs have committed 16 fouls, and we still have 12:26 remaining.
You know what I'll frequently do, Ari? I ask every staff, what are you tracking? What are you tracking? Blow-bys, contested shots, quality possessions. San Diego State has done a great job of forcing Fresno State into some really tough two-point field goals, really contesting shots well here on the road.
Cheatham has not gotten going offensively, and there he gets a traffic basket and the foul. High degree of difficulty there.
And the bench is up. They love it. Cheatham fighting the foot injury. Talked to him before the game. He said, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. with great confidence with his game face on.
All right, 0 points up to this point. Notice how he didn't hook him, even though his arm was on the other side. He was not making contact with the defender, so the call doesn't get made, and he's got a chance for 3.
Hasn't played the last 2 games, and to your point, Ari, it's very intelligent play. Don't make it easy for the officials to make that call.
And here comes the pressure. It's Williams to steal. Oh, and the extra pass, and it's a kick ball. I thought Williams would take it himself. We're going to go ahead and catch our breath, and the Bulldogs need to catch their breath because the San Diego State Aztecs, under their man Steve Fisher, they are playing inspired basketball.
Something that'll get the crowd riled up. San Diego State has played with great poise and equanimity here in second half time.
We hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday as we're knee-deep in college basketball. Ari Wolf alongside Bill Horrenda and our entire ESPN crew. So glad that you're with us in Fresno, California at the Save Mart Center, a place that's been very kind to the home team. They're 10-1 this season. 13 straight home wins against Mountain West opponents, but that's very much in jeopardy. There's still a lot of time, but right now, San Diego State controlling this basketball game.
The Aztecs have been great on-ball defense, Ari, where it all begins. You know, from Kell to Allen on the ball. We know he's such a terrific defender, one of the best in the country by the analytics. Hensley, center.
Watson, that's blocked.
I mean, let's face it, Azundu blocked that by the numbers. Just great anticipation, being in the right place at the right time, great extension.
I mean, we talked, I felt like, a lot about the fact that without Skylar Spencer, they were missing that guy at the 5, that guy who's there at the rim. Azindu may be earning more and more minutes because he's showing he can be that guy.
Yeah, and that was great help. Shrigley did a great job on ball. We see 7 blocks by San Diego State this afternoon. And listen, that helps out making just for terrific team defense when you have a secondary defender like Azundu that can offer that type of help and basket protection. I mean, they're holding Fresno State to 37 thus far on their home floor. And of course, this is a team that averages 75 per night in conference. And if I'm magnanimous, it's 75 and a half. It's really 76 per night.
All right, let's see. They're checking to see who the ball went out on here. Now, it hits Azundu there, and then does anybody else touch it again?
I think he's going to stay with the Bulldogs here, Ari, by what we can see.
Yeah, there's just 1 second on the shot clock. So it's got to be a catch and shoot. They get it off, but it's an air ball. Another good defensive possession for the Aztecs.
Exactly, Ari. We talked about tough twos. That was a quick second as well on the home free. Of course, the clock starts when the ball is tough, but there was no home cooking on that play at the Save Mart Center.
I'm pretty sure Rodney Terry did not draw up a 16-foot jumper for Carter, so whether it was a half a second or a second, I'm pretty sure that Coach Terry was hoping it would end up in somebody else's hands there late in the clock. Shrigley's triple. No. Azindu got his hands on it, but it'll be Fresno State basketball. Dakari Allen back in the game, and I do want to make note of something that was passed on to me by the outstanding sports information director at San Diego State. For the first time in Dakari Allen's 122-game career, he has scored in double figures in 3 straight games.
Terrific effort by Allen. We know what a great defender he is, Ari. Best in the country last year, allowing .591 per possession. So picking up the offensive effort. Mike May and Darren Wine, terrific job at San Diego State. Stephen Tremblay at Fresno State.
And we're very spoiled in this conference. A lot of good people taking good care of us.
And you know what gets lost in the shuffle, Ari, is that Shrigley was short on that 3 earlier, but he's guarding Watson. Watson's 1 for 7 from the floor, and you exert all that energy defensively. We get a good look at Rodney Terry, and you know, it just makes it tough to to perform on the offensive end. The energy generated to defend by Strigley is as commendable as making threes, but it becomes tougher to get that extension and lift.
Strigley's triple, in and out. Isaac the rebound, and then he's fouled. Our hardest working player of the game has been decided, right? Azundu wins in a landslide.
Yeah, there's no question about it. He has been all over the place. 5 rebounds. He's got 5 points currently, just 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 1 from the free throw line.
And frankly, any points you get from him are a bonus. You're looking for rebounds, and you're looking for a defender at the rim.
Yeah. 104 career blocks entering today. 13 of 14 from the floor, Ari. 20 blocks in his last 8 games. But you're right. It is a graduate transfer from Washington State, and anything there is a bonus. You're absolutely right.
One for 2. Lots in the rebound. The lead is 11. We have exactly 10 minutes to go, second half. A 7-0 run for the Aztecs. Carter, and he travels with it.
We talked, Ari, at halftime or around halftime about the steering wheel being available. Now, Fresno State is grabbing. They're up 11. You see the terrific defense, the body language. They're forcing errors by Fresno State. So this is a critical juncture here. Can they extend, or can Fresno State bounce here and generate some offense and get some stops?
Cal with a little help from Cheatham, able to beat the full court pressure. Malik Oak is a huge size advantage. Just kind of surveying, and he gets stripped. It's Deshaun Taylor. And it's going to be a goaltend. Malik Oak.
A great job by the officials to spot that straight away. And again, we see Fresno State, excellent defense, good anticipation that time by Taylor.
And Pope that time put the ball where a little guy could get it.
Remember, Taylor's a guy averaging 20 over his last 5 games since he was inserted into the starting lineup. He has yet to score today. Or he has 9 points today, excuse me. It's Fresno State 4-1 since the changes to the starting lineup. Got to give Rodney Terry a lot of credit to his staff for making that change.
Trey Kell, the floater.
Terrific answer by Kell.
And they need someone to become that alpha dog. That when it's late in the game, everybody knows who's taking the shot. And he's developing into that guy. Ado had a chance and lost the handle. Will be Bulldog basketball.
It's an excellent point, Art. You know, that's what Xavier Thames did. He was so good at winning time for San Diego State. And if Kell can develop into that role, you ask about how do I feel at this juncture of the season about NCAA tournament chances or how the rest of the season will play out. It's really players making plays and stepping up at critical junctures that'll make the difference for these squads. And Kell well positioned to do that.
And Kell comes out. Remember, there'll be a media timeout under 8 minutes. So good job by Fisher to get him a blow before the media timeout. And a foul there, Azundu.
Now, just a little bit overzealous that time, Art. He's well served to just maintain his position, the verticality. But of course, Ado very crafty and getting him elevated and off his feet with the good head and shoulders fake. But these are all things that you can break down on tape, that you can, make adjustments, make the improvement, and also demonstrate tendencies. These teams will play again in about 18 days down at Viejas Arena. So very good teaching opportunities via the tape, of course, beyond the numbers and the analytics. I think that's one of the great challenges for coaching staffs is how to keep things simple with so much information available so that players can focus on the main things.
That way, the numbers guys like you can mess around with the analytics, and we just come and watch, and we look at the eye test. You break it down, the science of the numbers, and the rest of us, you know, are just laymen. We just look at it and tell you what we think.
Yeah.
There's much more info out there than there used to be. Izindu. And the putback. What an afternoon for the big fella. Izindu. I haven't seen him play better than this season.
No, he has been absolutely terrific.
Deep three, swish. Jamel Taylor. Taylor 9th in America in three-point field goal percentage, 46.2%.
That was a big three. Fresno State needed that.
Offensive foul. We'll take a look at this while we're away, but boy, the feet got set. That's some incredible footwork. 8-point lead for the Aztecs. Bulldogs looking to make a run. We're all in agreement on that. I was looking at the feet and thought, you know, he wasn't set.
You're not buying it. You're not buying it.
Trey Kell back in the game, so just as we discussed, Coach Fisher got him out, then you get the timeout, and he should be fresh for the rest of the way. Who are they going to get here?
Izindu, that's a tough call on him.
USA foul number 45, Valentine Izindu, his fourth.
That's his fourth. All right, so you tell me where the foul is here, since you know you're the scientist.
Now here at game speed, I did not see a foul here at all.
Well, where?
Yeah.
I mean, he's going away from the guy.
I agree. Listen, officiating's a tough job, very tough job, and I agree there. It looked like Izindu was in good position. No contact initiated by Izindu at all.
He was backed away from the contact. But hey, the Bulldogs, you're at home. You take advantage of it. You hit your free throws. Now he has to sit down with 4 personal fouls, and that changes things.
He has 8 points today, season high, 9 against New Mexico, back on New Year's Day.
And Deshaun Taylor, much better in the second half offensively. And he makes the Aztecs pay by hitting both throws. Here comes the pressure from Fresno State. Malik Pope travels with it. So the pressure having an effect. And the lead has been cut to 6.
We talked a lot about ball security and how important that will be in the outcome of this game.
Taylor's triple, yes! Deshaun Taylor suddenly has 14 points. And Coach Fisher wants and gets a timeout. And they're loving it here in Fresno. An 8-0 run for the Bulldogs over the last 65.
How does San Diego State respond here, Art, off the timeout? Feral environment, lead down to 3.
Pope wants it, mishandles it. He's double teamed. He needs some help. Shot clock is an issue. Rebound to Watson. Chance to cut it to 1 or potentially tie it. And Hopkins the drive, and it's a 1-point game. Cheatham. And it's behind Trey Kell, and it's another turnover. Both teams now with 14 turnovers.
Now it's a 10-0 run, and it's buoyed by 4 consecutive stops by Fresno State. Terrific defense, generating the great offense.
Hopkins was stripped, comes up with it, and Malik Pope the rebound.
Hopkins ended up with a pretty good look there, Ari, just couldn't convert.
Now they get it into a ball handler's hands. Hemsley. Trey Kell. The drive, the bump. He can't finish. Tough shot. No. Put back. Here come the Aztecs. Malik Pope. Nice pass underneath. Ooh, and Dakari Allen can't finish. They'll go to the free throw line.
Now, two pretty good scoring opportunities by Fresno State. They could not convert. And a little bit of fatigue here, defensive breakdown. As the Aztecs and Allen very intelligently able to just cut to the basket.
Free throw is good for Dakari Allen, 70% on the season. He's got 12 points in the game, and that leads the way for the Aztecs. Kell has 11. Pope has 9. 2 for 2. Clutch free throws on the road for the senior Dakari Allen.
Number 20, enters.
Absolutely big time. Cuts to the basket, receives, almost finishes. Great mental focus, free throws. Now we see the extension here. Great matchups all over the floor. Pope and Watson, Quigley and Taylor, Ado and Cheatham.
Well before the shot, but it's the 17th foul, so the 1-on-1 coming up. The Bulldogs have committed 9 team fouls, so one more, and the Aztecs will be in the double bonus. But right here, it'll be the 1-and-1 for Deshaun Taylor, who shoots 80%.
Rodney Terry did talk this morning about getting to the free throw line as one of the keys. Rebounding was the first thing he talked about. Ari, with us, was that we need all 5 to rebound, all 5 blocking out. Then we can get out and go.
1-point game.
Would we expect anything less of these two teams?
Trey Kell steps into a 3, swish. Trey Kell.
Talked about Kell stepping up at winning time. Only his second 3-point field goal attempt of the afternoon. This one he makes at a critical juncture.
3 no good. And Malik Pope is fouled, collecting the rebound. Watson picks up his 4th, and Pope will shoot 2 in the double bonus.
We talked about, Ari, the inability for San Diego State to finish this season, very uncharacteristic in close games, and how good Fresno State has been closing games out.
And Pope can't get the first one to go. That was his first free throw attempt of the day. For 2.
The crowd into it for a variety of reasons. Big free throws missed by Pope, and the chicken sandwich.
Watson didn't realize how open he was as Pope had fallen off. Shot clock under 10. It's Hopkins along 2. Yes! Jerron Hopkins. 2-point game, 3:41 to go. And we will step away. Jerron Hopkins.
Going for 14 in a row. Mountain West Conference wins on their home floor.
And again, San Diego State has not won a single game in conference play decided by 6 points or less.
Big departure for their program.
what happened over here. They're looking at Trey Kell. I think it might be a contact. No, not sure. Let's just wait and see.
One of the interesting stats on San Diego State as well is that today they have 7 assists on 21 made field goals, just 33%. 68% in a win against San Jose State, 17 assists, 25 buckets, 14 on 28, 50%.
I mean, combined, there's only been 16 assists in the game between both teams.
So that's a great point, Ari. Kind of lends itself to the choppiness, the turnovers.
Let's see what happens here to Trey Kell. Yeah, he got hit. It was Jamel Taylor who ran into him. And you can tell Taylor looked back to make sure he was okay.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there. It's an inadvertent scenario.
And the officials are going to take a look to just see exactly what happened.
Look at Kell's second half production. He's been sensational. 5 of 9 from the floor. You hit that big 3 earlier, Ari, when San Diego State trying to hold off Fresno State here. Looks like he's staying in the game, which is good news.
He's a big, strong young man. .28 to go, and we came into this one thinking this one's got potential. Well, these two programs have delivered. At times it's been choppy, but it's been hard fought.
Exactly. Great intensity and effort on both ends of the floor. Far from perfect, but great effort.
Kell the triple as the clock expires. Great Kell. He understands broadcasting. I mean, he gets hurt. We talk about him. I mean, what was that, 28 feet?
Unbelievable. Great big-time shot at winning time by Kell for the Aztecs.
Still plenty of time for the Bulldogs. They've been great in close games. It's Hopkins. He gets bumped. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Aztec foul number 21, Malik Pope, his 3rd personal.
3 fouls on Malik Pope.
Hopkins shooting 2.
Hopkins is a 71% free throw shooter in Mountain West competition. 4th in the conference from the field at 48%.
Got great hands. It's the Mountain West and steals. Need this free throw. He goes 0 for 2. And a big flip right there. You get the late 3 in the clock for San Diego State and then 2 missed free throws on the other end.
In the coaching world, missed free throws equate to a turnover late in close games. An opportunity lost by the...
Kell the lob to Cheatham. Does the basket count? It has to. He got rid of the ball before he hit the floor. The basket's got to count. How can you wave it off?
Prior to the shot.
All right, check me right here, Bill. He's in the air. The foul's committed. Oh, he did land.
Yeah, he did.
All right, they're better than this. They're better. That slow-mo really looking, because I felt like right before he got to the ground, but no, his feet touched.
Yeah, great job by the crew to get that shot. But it does still demonstrate Cheatham's athleticism. He's missed the last 2 games with a got the opportunity to make it a 3-possession game.
Calmly delivers the first one. Offensive rebound. So it's still a 2-possession game. No reason to shoot a 3 at this point unless it's a good look.
Exactly. You're looking for quality shots here, Ari, exactly. And then on the other end, you're looking to, if not turn over, San Diego State secure defensive rebounds, get defensive rebounds on the other end.
Taylor the drive in traffic, and he's fouled.
Now you got to love that by Taylor. The attack of the basket. If you're Fresno, if you're San Diego State, of course, you're not trying to foul and extend the game unnecessarily, but you've got to defend Taylor. Great recognition. And just like you said, Ari, it's very early. You don't need a three at this juncture.
Sean Taylor to the free throw line. He has come alive in the second half. 16 points. Perfect 7 for 7 from the free throw line.
Of course, he's coming off that 25-point performance in the 9-point win over Air Force, putting up big numbers.
2-2.
So again, now it's simple. For San Diego State, be strong with the basketball, expect contact, don't expect a whistle. And for Fresno State, you need stops.
They get the ball in the hands of Trey Kill. Now Allen had it, he loses it. Timeout, Fresno State. I was surprised Trey Kell gave up the ball so quickly in the possession. He's the most sure-handed ball handler they have.
And a difficult one.
Hopkins, tough shot, no. Oh, and the chipping is good and fight for Ado is going to have to go to the free throw line and earn it.
Number 45,
that one look for Ado was one of the easiest he's had all night, just couldn't convert.
Yeah, Izindu is done, he fouls out.
And now, think about how critical this is. That was a legit foul, okay? But the one previously where he kind of went straight up and down, didn't look like any contact. Of course, that plays a factor now as he has to exit. And Ado goes to the free throw line.
That's a nice home rim right there.
Ado stepping up big here right now.
Just a 53% free throw shooter. Let's see if he can go 2 for 2. Yes, he can. That's clutch.
Absolutely clutch is right by Ado.
Pope, been quiet offensively for a while. And they finally get it to Trey Kill. Fade away, count it.
What a tough shot. Posting up, scoring in a variety of ways, well defended.
He's got 19 points on 7 of 13 shooting. He's also got 6 rebounds. Great afternoon for Trey Kill. Work to do for the Bulldogs here. Under a minute. Taylor the drive, got caught under the hoop. A chance for a 3. Nope. They've got time here. Now Forrest, someone's got to get a shot here. And it's Hopkins. No good. Aztec basketball and Trey Kell is fouled. San Diego State trying to flip the script. They have not been able to win these close games. And it used to be a hallmark of Coach Fisher is if they were winning late, they won the game. Now here on the road, in a place that has not been kind to them, as you see, Fresno State 13 consecutive Mountain West home wins. And that's very much in danger right now.
And also what we're seeing from San Diego State is great cohesive team defense and basket protection are enabling them to maintain this along with some clutch play, particularly by Kell.
Kell, 21 points.
He comes in averaging 13 a night, earning the
82 and 42. Incredible.
Incredible is right. We talked about players stepping up at winning time, and Kell has done that today, right? What's the difference?
Still a 2-possession game. Oh no! Commits the foul. Ado, basket and the foul. one that you can't do right there.
Exactly. You don't want to warm up the bus at this juncture. And Shrigley knows it right away. That, you just got to let Ado take the dunk there. You don't want to extend the game, put him to the free throw line. And, of course, for San Diego State, Ado, not a terrific free throw shooter. You must box out and score this defensive rebound if it's there.
Have to box out, and then if he makes it, they got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of Trey Kell and have everybody else go down court. And they'll come and foul Cheatham in a minute and say, sure, we'll take our chances with Cheatham. I mean, he is 77%, but he also doesn't have the volume of late-game free throws that a point guard does.
Now, and credit to Sean Taylor to take the ball out of Kell's hands here for complete and full denial.
Silent Cheatham at the line.
Here you see, end of game. That's what we've got here. A 3-point lead. Each team with one timeout. This is the 1-and-1 for Cheatham. This is huge. They can just get the front end of it and make Aztec Nation feel a heck of a lot better. He misses it, you go for the 3 or a quick 2. Oh, they had 9 up there. No, it was 10 team fouls. That's our fault. 2 shots in the double bonus.
I still like it. Well, particularly now, Ari, attacking. Still enough time here. Attacking, foul, extend if you don't turn them over. Cheatham, wow.
That is big time. And Cheatham's fired up. He's plotting himself. I like it. Good energy.
And you mentioned it at the top, Ari. Rematch of the conference championship from last year. Both teams eyeing this date on the calendar.
They got to get a shot off here. Basket's good. They'll use their
Timeout, Bulldogs.
9.7 seconds remain. What are you thinking here?
Well, of course, free each other.
No holds on the floor right now. Cheatham wants the basketball, and he wants to be fouled.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a lot of confidence for the sophomore. Just give me the basketball.
And again, very well done by Fresno State. You can't force that foul right away here, which they do.
He's going to get 2 in the double bonus. He makes one of them, you can warm up the bus.
Yeah, you should be able to. And again, so critical to box out on these free throws.
He wanted the basketball. Let's see if he can deliver.
He was even frustrated that he didn't receive it even sooner from Cope. He was demonstrative about that, Arthur. Exactly right.
We've been talking about this team about who's the on-court leader. Who's the guy who says, hey, this is on me. We're seeing something that is unleashing in this game at the end where he's saying, I want the basketball.
And remember, the Shrigley foul earlier, you do not want that. You want to defend here, but not foul unnecessarily.
Cheatham hits them both.
4 huge free throws. He's ridiculous.
Replaces Matt Shrigley for the Aztecs.
Shrigley out of the game. Now there is time. They just got to go quick. Hopkins 3. So a 2-point game, 2 seconds. And they immediately foul Trey Kell, who now has to make both in order to make sure that the Aztecs leave St. Martin Center with a win.
Yeah.
He goes 1 for 2. We could have a chance for a tie, or if he misses both, maybe a Fresno State buzzer beater. Well, Trey Kell has been the man. 21 points, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Two-possession game if he makes this next free throw.
A get-right opportunity for San Diego State to win over Wyoming.
He misses it. Timeout to tie it. No!
The final score,
Wow.
the Aztecs 7.
What a great game. The San Diego State Aztecs find a way to pick up their 13th win of the season. They're 13-9. The Bulldogs, that is a heartbreaking loss. They are now 14-9. Bill, what are you going to take away from this afternoon?
San Diego State with the get-right win. Can they build off the win off Wyoming? A huge win on the road. Kel Cheatham stepped up at winning time big. And for Fresno State, a streak ends at home. But again, they've got to move on and turn the page. That's life in the Mountain West.
What a performance from Trey Kell. 22 points to lead all scorers, and all 22 of those points coming in the second half. Great job by our outstanding ESPN crew. Bill Horrenda, nice job as always.
Absolutely, Ari. Right back at you and the crew.
We had a great time. Saying so long from Fresno, California.